What's up everyone, my name is Sam, personal trainer and strength coach within Northwoods. Let's check out my private studio. One thing you'll notice before we get into the studio is an ice bath. So haven't done it many times. There's water in it, but good for recovery, etc. I don't use it too many times, but again, if people are annoying in the workout, I'd say go get in the ice bath for 5 minutes basically, and then I'll open the door. So anyway, welcome to the studio. I wipe my feet because it's got to be clean, obviously. So, before I open up this place, there was actually an office here. So, let me show you what it used to look like. Perfect. So it's a little bit different from where it used to be. Everything I've got in here is designed to save space. Where the camera is right now is a toilet and a sink, etc. So when people come in, obviously they can go to the toilet if they need to. All my food's kept here, so I kind of prep my food anyway, and I store it here in the fridge. Don't look at it, but the fridge is there. So most people I train, are over 40. Well, they don't have to admit it, but over 40. Parents, stressed out. Have high pressure jobs, maybe their own business, etc. So for me and for them, it's about getting stronger, getting leaner, improving the quality of life. As much as fat loss is important, etc., it's also about giving more energy, having better movement, more pain-free movement, better posture, and just general strength for day to day. All right. I think sometimes a lot of people are trained have maybe neglected their health, in favor of their own career, and now it's time to look after their health as they start to get older. They start to realize actually it's something they should have done a little bit long time ago. So everything here is focused on longevity, focused on pain-free movement. All right. I don't have tons of machines, etc., because I want to save as much space as I can. So things I have, I thought about every single thing. So maybe the first thing you look at is a squat rack when you walk in, which can be quite intimidating. I don't necessarily use a rack for every single person. Obviously, we have a TRX attached to it. We have a cable attachment. I don't have it up right now. But not every single person, has to use a squat rack. And maybe people that I train have a variety of, skill sets and abilities, right? So maybe some people don't want to do a back squat. Some people don't want to do Romanian deadlifts or overhead press with a barbell. Totally fine. We kind of scale it accordingly to make sure that whatever we train is up to that person, up to the individual, and it's specialized and individualized to meet that kind of client's needs. So as I mentioned before, I'm not a big fan of bench presses to a degree, but we do have a little specialty bar. So this one here, as I mentioned before, some clients have 80 shoulders, 80 backs, etc. So using barbells for bench press, etc., is sometimes quite, clunky on the shoulders and clunky on the AT joint. So this one here, for instance, just changes the grip slightly, means it's easier for us to press from, and it's less stress on the shoulder. You get more direct work on the chest and the front of the shoulders. So hopefully it should be pain-free. We do a lot of stuff with this anyway. We do rows, we do presses, etc. And other bits and bobs. It just basically means that, hopefully, by training this, it just means that people should technically get stronger, but also get out of pain as well. Trap bars are wicked. Again, if you're doing deadlifts, etc., or Romanian deadlifts or any variety of deadlift, trap bars are great because the hand position is a little bit different. It means that there's less load on the lower back, there's less axial load, they call it, right? And generally speaking, the pressure comes a bit more through the thighs and it's a bit safer on the lower back. So again, maybe clients are a bit worried when they start that they don't want to hurt themselves. This is a nice way. The barbell starts at 40 kilos though, right? So we don't generally start there. We start with kettlebells, dumbbells to load up accordingly. And again, some people, maybe start with 30, 40 kilos in total, maybe 50 kilos. They get, improve quite quickly, improve their strength, 100, 150 kilos, 170 kilo deadlifts, which is awesome. But again, it's all about pain-free movement. Next thing is the old power block dumbbells. Power block dumbbells are amazing. These go up to 45 kilos from literally 4 kilos. All right, so I've got so many pairs of dumbbells here. Rather than wasting a whole wall of dumbbells, I actually got 20 sets of dumbbells, just 0 to like I said, 4 to 45. So it's easy to change. Take the dumbbell out, bring it in. Happy days. If I want to go heavier, bring it in, slide it down, and there you go. I've gone from 9 kilos to 20 kilos in a couple of seconds. This bit of kit is amazing. Primarily used between rest periods, so when people are tired, they just sit on it basically. That's not the goal of it. Goal is some hip thrusts. So again, if you have a barbell or banded, we can get some good hip thrust action. We do some stretches on it as well. Or we are up into this position for split squats or other kind of types of like single leg work. I kind of favor this over bench. I see some people in the gym use a bench, etc. But this is just where the curve goes. It's just smoother on your back foot, and I find it's easier for people to kind of get into position, because sometimes the bench is obviously fixed, but this can obviously go up and down. It makes it easier, you know, for smaller people to train and obviously taller people to train. Some people I train are literally like 6'6", and I've got this one little block here. I mean, I have to duck underneath it. It's a joke. But anyway, from that we have cardio equipment. So again, the assault bike is amazing because it just trains all your energy systems basically. All right. At the very start, most people do like half a mile on the bike. You kind of get a good gauge of their like, you know, cardiovascular fitness. And then from that, we can specialize and individualize their like training accordingly. There's actually, I'll show you in a second, but behind on the wall, there's some numbers of like, you know, half mile records. Anything under a minute is good. I can do it in a minute, so I'm okay. And I have a ski machine as well. Again, both of these are low impact, right? You know, I'm not pounding on the treadmill, running on the spot, etc. So again, if people are in pain in the knees and back, these are a lot safer, and you can really hammer these, you know, bits of like cardiovascular workout, but you can be quite safe. But as I mentioned, I don't do too much cardio with my clients because they run them out in the session anyway. So I mean, that's enough cardio for them. Part of moving better is having a stronger posterior chain, right? So hamstrings, glutes, lower back, and you know, I find a lot of people train in the gym like muscles they can see in the mirror. Essentially, like what we want to be doing is working the muscles, you know, twice as much that we don't see compared to ones we do see. So this bit of kit is amazing. There is a massive variety of exercise you can do with this, from glute ham developers to hyperextensions to Nordic curls, etc. And it's quite easy once you've done it a couple of times to get it in position for clients to use. So you might have seen hyperextensions in the gym. Here's one way to do it. So again, quite easy. In I go. And obviously you can load this accordingly. But that is one, obviously, exercise you can do. I mean, a whole host of exercises. Like I said before, like I guess as you get better or as you become more experienced as a coach, you kind of need less equipment because you can play around, you know, what you have a little bit more as well, and you become a lot more experienced with a lot of the wider range of exercises. There are certain staples I do, right? So within the gym, it's not just, you know, it's not just random exercises put together. It's, you know, systemized, programmed, etc. accordingly to make sure you move in the right direction. So this is a walking bit of kit. It's amazing how, you know, just adding a different variety, a different stimulus to like people, like really get them sore. So very welcome addition. So different obviously barbells here. We have some, you know, big ones, 20 kilo ones, some smaller ones. It's actually a woman's bar. I'm not being sexist, it's just a thinner grip. It means it's easier for a lot of my lady clients to basically grip from and do like remaining deadlifts or whatever it may be that we're doing, overhead presses, etc. So just a thinner grip. Again, making sure that it's obviously easier for my clients to use. So again, we have a smaller one, which is more of a hip thrust bar that we do on the pad over there. We have easy bars, obviously, for different variety of stuff, and we have some sit mobility. This is like, you know, for stretches and for different improving stability in joints, etc. These are really good sticks for, right? I've done a course a couple of years ago, and they come in really, really handy. So these are wicked bits of kit. I also have a box over there as well, obviously, that I get people doing some plyometric work on. So whether it's it could be strength based, it could be step ups, etc. A lot of the time it's like, you know, single leg step ups or box jumps, but not too many. You know, if you've got a coach that makes you do like, you know, 1,000 or 500 box jumps, just, you shouldn't be doing that, right? Maximum 5, even 3 is enough, right, to pull up power. You don't need to be doing too many of these, but really good again to put up some power. Again, I've got some slam balls, so a lot of throws, a lot of slams, a lot of bounding as well. So stuff we do maybe before workout, we kind of like improve our like, you know, some CNS development. So improving our central nervous system, get that fired up, and also just building up our power in a like kind of low key kind of way, right? So like I said, like throwing or slamming. As we get older, it's important that we kind of maintain our power and maintain our strength, if not improve upon it, right? We lose our power like 10% every decade. So it's really important, you know, as we age, that we can't keep the power up, because, you know, if we're walking around or getting upstairs, that's the stuff that's going to start to suffer to start with. If you want to play around your kids or your grandkids, I mean, without some power and strength, you're really going to struggle, and your quality types can massively reduce. So just a small amount, some slams, some throws, some even like just some power step ups, etc. Are massively important. Just maintaining the power and just reducing that kind of aging as we get older. You will see a little weighted vest. We do that for pull-ups, press-ups, other bits and bobs. Again, it's just a nice way of adding weight to certain movements. And then we have a whole host of kettlebells. So 8 to 24s, which are fantastic for also night trainers. I've got too many night trainers. But kettlebells are great. Loaded calories, maybe a variety of grip that we do stuff. So, when you're doing certain exercises, you can progress it from obviously different loads, etc., and different weight, so increasing it, but we can also progress it in the type of grip that we use as well. So if our dumbbells are down by our side, our lunges, maybe holding 2 kettlebells up in a front rack position is also a way to improve it as well, right? Because we're working some upper shoulder work, some upper core work as well. That's also progression. So progression doesn't just have to come across in sets and reps and weight. It can come across in like grip stuff that we do in other bits and bobs as well. All right. But kettlebells are great for conditioning. Sometimes it's good for maybe people that struggle holding certain things. They can kind of hold them up in a better position, in a goblet position or something if you do like squats. And then we have the wall. So I would love more clients to write on this. Some people, I think, are a little bit nervous in terms of what they want to write in it. They think they have to write some really powerful speech and some motivational work. But I mean, some people don't trust accounting. Sam equals the best. I don't know what this one says. But some people put like, no pain, no gain. Brace yourself for the last set. Sam can't count. And then, as you can see here, we have a half mile times. So on the assault bike that we have, we do a half mile on the bike basically to kind of get that going. And so sometimes on the board, there's some people doing a half mile. And so that's not every single person. I'd love to put people on there, but I haven't. But that's just a nice way to kind of see, times that people are doing a half mile. And then obviously, that's the studio, and that's where we train from. Again, it's private, it's personalized. There's no one else here. There's no one else nicking equipment. And this is it. So, any questions? Drop them in the comments below. But this is what we have. And to be fair, there's a few people I chat to, PTs, etc., that have, want to open up their space. Maybe they don't have, that much space, and sometimes I kind of help them decide what they want, etc. But a lot of this is to do my philosophy. It's focus on longevity, focus on quality movement, and focus on getting stronger without the pain and aches associated with general strength training. The goal isn't to get you bulky, right? It's to get you moving better, feeling better, and living better for longer, and just improving your quality of life, And also, at the same time, when you take your top off, just look good for it as well. All right, so have a wonderful day. Welcome to my second home. Technically, it's actually my first home because I'm here more often than I am at home. But have a great day. I'll see you soon. Dude, you fucking dude, man.